William had always believed that silence was a luxury, not the kind you buy, but the kind you protect. And here in Norfolk, near the familiar walls of Anmer Hall, silence had become a part of his family's identity. Catherine often said that this place felt different, slower, gentler, almost like time itself had decided to rest. But change, as it always does, was quietly approaching. Amid the endless stretch of green fields and ancient forests, a new vision was beginning to take shape. What was once untouched land was now becoming the foundation of something ambitious, a luxury eco-resort, carefully planned, thoughtfully designed, yet impossible to ignore. It wasn't just a project, it was a shift that would bring attention, movement, and perhaps a different kind of life to a place that had long been defined by peace. The plans, on paper, seemed almost poetic. 45 wooden cabins, each designed to blend seamlessly into nature, as if they had always belonged there. No harsh lines, no loud structures, just quiet architecture meeting quiet land. There would be a spa, a sauna, spaces to breathe, to rest, to disconnect from the chaos of modern life, an outdoor pool reflecting the sky, pathways winding through trees, and a sense of calm carefully crafted for those seeking escape. To many, it sounded like a dream, but to William and Catherine, it was something more complicated, because this wasn't just any location. This was their refuge, a place where their children could run freely, away from cameras, away from expectations. And now, just beyond that invisible boundary, the world was preparing to step a little closer. This project wasn't born in isolation. It carried with it the weight of relationships, of friendships built over years. The estate had long been a place of gatherings, charity events, music festivals, evenings filled with purpose and connection. Catherine herself had once walked those grounds during a 24-hour music event, surrounded not by headlines, but by laughter and shared moments. There was history here, not just in the land, but in the people connected to it. And perhaps that is why this transformation felt less like an intrusion and more like an evolution, not something imposed, but something growing naturally from bonds already formed. Still, the question remained, what happens when a private world meets a public one? Anmer Hall had always been more than just a residence. It was a shield, a carefully chosen space where William and Catherine could step away from royal duties and simply be parents, where mornings were ordinary and evenings belonged only to family. The arrival of a luxury resort nearby would inevitably bring attention, visitors, curiosity, a gentle increase in activity that could never be fully controlled. And yet, there was also restraint in the design. The scale was limited, the approach ecological. It wasn't chaos, it was controlled growth, thoughtful, measured, almost respectful of what already existed. Perhaps this wasn't about losing privacy, but about redefining it in a changing world. In many ways, this project represents something larger than itself, a blending of past and future, tradition standing alongside modern ambition, neither overpowering the other. Norfolk, once known primarily for its quiet charm, is slowly becoming something more, a destination that offers both luxury and simplicity, a place where people don't just visit, but reconnect with nature, with stillness, with themselves. For William and Catherine, this change may bring moments of uncertainty, but it also carries possibility, the chance to see their beloved retreat evolve, not into something unrecognizable, but into something that still holds its essence, just shared a little more with the world. And maybe, in a world that rarely slows down, places like this remind us why we should.